I recently got a comment saying, I am so disappointed in myself. I feel like I can't learn English. And so I wanted to address this in today's video, or if you're listening on the podcast, in the podcast, because I have been there before. I have been disappointed learning French and learning Turkish and learning Spanish. I've cried. I've been brought to the point of tears because it's hard. And what people don't understand is that it's not cut and dry. You don't just learn in 6 months or 1 year. It's because it's a language, and I feel like it really does take hours and hours and thousands of hours of practice and dedication and learning. So I'm going to give you some thoughts that will hopefully inspire and encourage you, maybe some new ideas to help you in your language learning journey. And hopefully by the end of this video or podcast, you're feeling more motivated and better about where you're at in the language learning process. So first of all, are you studying effectively? Are you learning effectively? I think we can spend so much time looking at how to learn a language. What are the best resources that we spend all this time watching these like how-to videos that we're actually not even studying the language itself. So I recommend finding good resources that are at your level or just a little bit above your level. Because, for example, if you are a beginner in English and you're trying to learn with B or C level learning material, you're going to be disappointed and discouraged because you'll feel like you don't know anything. Because you can't start learning a language with C or B material. You have to start with material that's suited for your level. So that's one thing, making sure that what you're studying from is at the appropriate level. I'm even talking with videos. Sometimes I'll go and I'll put on this like French video and it's totally native and I'm getting like half of it. I have a pretty good French level, but still a lot of it is just escaping me. And then I feel discouraged. I'm like, do I know French at all? And it's just that it's a little too hard. So I think going back to the level that is suited for you will give you more confidence, and knowing that it's not a race. Like it's going to take longer than a week, a month, a year to learn a language. And it also depends like from person to person. So don't be comparing yourself, being like, oh my gosh, their English is amazing. Maybe they've spent 3 years living in the United States. Maybe they've been working with English as their main language. So you don't know what people have been going through, how much they've invested. But if people speak another language well, surely they've put in the work, because nobody can learn a language for us. Okay, so that's like my number one point, finding material that's good for your level and finding material that you enjoy. Because if you're trying to make your brain learn a language and you're watching something that is just so boring, you're not going to learn. Your brain's going to like be like reject, reject, but find something that's interesting to you, something that is going to capture your brain, something that you're going to get lost in and that you're like, what? It's been 30 minutes and I watched a whole English video. I think if you can do that, find things that are engaging and interesting, that will also help you in the process. 2, it can be hard to see your progress. If I look back and try to think, did I learn any Turkish this week? It's like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think so, maybe. But look back from a month ago, 6 months ago, 1 year ago even, and I'm sure you'll see a drastic difference in the time. So try not to look the day to day. Invest every single day in your language learning, but try not to compare it every single day. And are your goals clear? Have you set specific goals? And don't make your goals, I want to learn English. Yes, that's good. But set your goals. Say you're wanting to improve your listening skills. That's a good goal. But set a productivity goal. So you're like, every single day, I'm going to listen to English for 30 minutes. So then you're actually working on your listening and and that way every day this is what I'm going to be doing. And your goals can change from week to week, from month to month, kind of reevaluate them. If your goal is to get better at speaking, yes, you have that goal, but set a productivity goal. I'm going to practice my speaking once a week with a tutor, and I'm going to shadow a video twice a week, and I'm going to speak to myself 3 times a week. Set these goals in place, and then always try to do them at the same time. Make it easy for you. So every morning, right after breakfast, I'm going to study English. I'm going to have my computer there. I'm going to have my study materials there, and I'm going to be productive in that time. So if you're a night learner and you learn better at night, awesome, learn at night. But if you're someone who learns better in the morning, like me, I'm more productive in the morning, set up your things for you in the morning. So having a plan and knowing what you're going to study will help you in your language learning journey. Another thing I want to talk about is that language learning, it's like layers to it. So we think we know something, but then we don't arrive because maybe we hear an accent that's like impossible. And you're like, do I know this language at all? And so that can be discouraging for the language learner because, for example, English in America versus English in England, or even within America, we have the Southern accent, we have the New York accent, we have the Midwestern accent, we have the Deep South accent. And so you can be hearing all of these different accents and think, I don't know English. And that's not true. It's just that you maybe don't understand that particular accent. So there's always going to be more to the language learning journey. Another thing that is discouraging for people is you have to understand the cultural context. Often jokes are cultural. So if you don't know about the culture, you're not going to understand the joke, which can be discouraging because you're like, I don't get these jokes, but it's because they're deep within the culture and you don't have that cultural input. A lot of times series and TV shows and things like that have cultural jokes in them, or talk about songs or talk about other TV series. And if you don't know that, if you're not familiar with that, you will be lost, but it's normal. It takes a lot of time. Another thing is that, what is it? I don't know. Another thing people often tell me, Camille, I understand you, but I don't understand other people. And it's because I articulate my words well. Some people are lazy and they just don't articulate anything. And so it's hard to understand. Of course, we have connected speech. We link our words. We reduce our words. And all of those come at a later level in learning. If you're a beginner, you shouldn't be trying to learn English reductions. Wait until you're more intermediate. So don't let those things discourage you. Also, idioms and phrasal verbs and all of those things that we so often use as natives in our speech that we don't even think about, they come into play. So if you're not familiar with phrasal verbs, if you're not familiar with idioms, I have a course on both of those, by the way, you're going to feel a little lost, and it's normal. So if you're feeling discouraged, I just want to encourage you to give yourself a big hug and give yourself a lot of grace, and know that language learning is a long journey. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of hours. It takes a lifetime, I want to say, really. So I have been there. I know what you feel like. I feel your pain because I've been there, like I said. So if I can give you any advice that would be helpful, I would tell you, be kind to yourself. Keep going a little bit day after day. Make sure that the content you're studying is not too hard for you. And then set those productivity goals where I'm going to do this for 30 minutes a day. And then just reevaluate. And don't forget to celebrate your little successes. Did you have a job interview in English? Did you work a day in English? Did you have a phone call with a tutor in English? Did you understand somebody? Did you watch a series and get it? Like, did you understand your first joke? All of those things are reasons to celebrate. So celebrate your successes, be proud of yourself, and just never give up. I'm proud of you. Thank you for learning English with me. I hope this video/podcast was encouraging to you. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you soon. Bye.